Hi there, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to be looking at presenters in Japan and where they need to do better. Present or master shimashou. This is the fourth year of the Presentations Japan series podcast, and we are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku here in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, will be released shortly. Through this podcast, I want to help you become a better speaker who is clear, confident, persuasive, and highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. Every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 244, and we are talking about what Japanese presenters get wrong. Clients have some common problems with their Japanese leaders. I know this because the same requests keep coming in. This is across industries and companies and is consistent. Usually, Japanese presenters are excellent at assembling lots of data and information. They can really pack a lot into a few slides. When they present, it is like a waterfall of wondrous content, just flowing forth without much structure or clarity. Somehow, the bosses have to work out the key points for themselves because the staff's job focuses on accumulating hoards of data and then putting it all up on screen. The presenter is almost invisible, has low energy, speaks in a quiet voice you can struggle to hear, and blends well into the wallpaper. This doesn't work so well in international meetings, and Japan looks weak and ineffectual to the rest of the far-flung company world. We are battling two giants here. One is the educational system, and the other is Japanese culture. I earned my master's degree here in Tokyo, so I have seen up close and personal what a high school education prepares you for and what universities do with that raw clay. An argument could have been made prior to the advent of the internet that the ability to memorize vast quantities of information and regurgitate it on command was a serious capability. We can find anything very quickly today thanks to search engines. So having to memorize gobs of stuff isn't as important as it once may have been. I see it in my son's education when he was at a national school here. They were required to have laptops and everything was done online. His generation's issue is there is too much information. How do you find the best and correct data? How do you sort the wheat from the chaff? Young people are digital natives, but they are all drinking from the fire hose of all data ever recorded, sitting just a few clicks away. We teach our students to start at the end. Define in as short a sentence as possible the most important key message you want to impart. This is not as easy as it sounds. You have to be brutal with yourself. You have to eliminate all the nice to have, all the interesting to have, and refine it down to the must have. Just throwing up a lot of data on screen doesn't require as much thinking as refining the data into the gold nuggets for the audience. Discerning the key message then allows us to build a structure for the argument and to align the necessary evidence in order to be convincing to our audience. The first words coming out of our mouth have a powerful role. Everyone seems easily distracted today, have minuscule concentration spans, and are quickly bored. So, we need to say something that really breaks through that wall of indifference and grab their attention. There is no point launching that blockbuster opening in a squeaky, unsure, timid little voice. People will be flying for their phones to escape you. No, we need a strong voice, standing or sitting tall, if online, when we kick things off. We have to be oozing confidence. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Today's show is brought to you by, on the 6th of July, we're doing motivational leadership. On the 9th of July, we're looking at vision, mission, values. On the 13th of July, how to present online. And on the 16th of July, we're looking at the innovation process. You can find out more about those programs on our website at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. And you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, we have over 1,000 for you there on Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which is the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. But, Story-san, my English is so poor. I have no confidence. This is another trope we often hear. Here we have Japanese perfectionism, no defects, no errors, no mistake culture, colliding with the education department's failed efforts to teach the population English. Don't accept that excuse. No one cares about linguistic perfection in business meetings except the Japanese staff when they have to speak in English. Give them the no grammar needed escape jail card for the meetings, to give them permission to speak without fear, and let the rest of us work out what it is they want to say. We're used to this and are all pretty good at it. Just being able to isolate the key takeaway and deliver that in a confident manner will be a revolution to business meetings where Japanese have to present. Not having to wade through all the dross to understand the key point will be a relief. Having one idea per slide will be a lifesaver for everyone. Make this the iron rule for Japanese presenters. This forces the selection of only the most important information to be shown. The result will be a much clearer messaging effort and greater clarity around what exactly is that message. Confidence sells the message. So, the delivery has to be sold in that manner. Rehearsal is critical for Japanese speakers, and so is coaching. This applies to whatever language they are presenting in, because you can guarantee the issues will be present in both languages to a great extent. When giving feedback to anyone, only look at two elements and tell them what they're doing well, and then tell them how they can do it even better. This will build confidence and create a momentum that will maximize capability. What does all this cost? Nothing. So let's get to it. Thank you for joining the Presentations Japan series. If you got value from today's show, spread the love around and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you have learned today, use it, and go out there and become a presentations legend. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.